Welcome to Searching for History. I'm Erin. This is Rowan.
Hello.
And there's Thora. What are we doing today?
We're back out in the Capitol Forest, and I know about an old logging camp. It's actually a Mud Bay Logging Company camp that was located at the end of a railroad. Today it's a logging road, but it's something I'm aware of from back when I was a forester, and you can see the old railroad on a 1939 topo map. We're gonna go see if we can find evidence of this logging camp. Well, once again, I know there was a logging camp somewhere right around here, but today it's just a big brush pit, and the evidence of it is really hard to find. So I think we're gonna give up on finding this logging camp. I mean, basically, I'm looking for old garbage, from the early 1900s. And instead, we're going to continue on, and I'll show you the community of Porter. So let's go take a look at Porter. Well, it's way too big of a brush pit for you and Thora, and I can't find anything anyways.
Are there a lot of blackberry brambles down there?
Yeah. Blackberries and everything else you can think of.
Oh no. Well, I don't want to fall down again.
So we're going to move on and go take a look at Porter.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Is that okay with you, Thora?
I think she's okay with it.
So we're here in Porter, and we're going to take a look at a couple of the original buildings that are still here.
Porter was named after Fairchild Porter, who settled in the area around 1860. Much of Porter was destroyed by fire on January 31st, 1924.
So behind me is Porter's church. I'm not sure how old the church is, but I have seen it on a 1941 topographic map, so I know it's at least as old as 1941, but probably older. Behind me is Porter's schoolhouse, although I don't think it's in the original location, and I'll try to explain why. I've seen a 1910 photograph of the town, and it shows the main street quite well. In the photograph itself, you can clearly see the schoolhouse, but it has it located more to the south of Main Street, which I'm looking towards Main Street right now. So I think at some point it was moved from the original location and placed next to the church in this location behind me. There's actually a church service going on right now, or else we would be looking through the windows of the church or trying to go inside, but we'll just have to be okay with the outside of the church.
Yeah, the people in Porter are friendly.
They are. Behind me here is Main Street, so look at what we have here today compared to what you see in the historic photo. The Porter Saloon was rebuilt later in 1924. When it reopened after the repeal of Prohibition in 1933, it was one of the first establishments to receive a liquor license in Washington State. If you want to reopen the Porter Saloon, it's for sale. We're walking the length of Main Street. In the 1910 photo, you can see the schoolhouse is actually up here near this corner in the photograph. The schoolhouse would have been located somewhere behind me. I'm trying to like get her in the shot, but she
wants to be close to you so bad.
She does.
After starting to edit this video and taking another look at the 1910 historical photograph and the 1941 topo map, I am not so sure about my theory that the school was moved. In fact, I'm not so sure that this is even a school. For one, the topo map clearly shows a building immediately west of the church in 1941. The building in the 1941 topo map is probably the current building. And two, the location of what looks like a school in the 1910 photograph is close to the location of a building on the 1941 topo map. This building and the building in the 1910 photograph are very similar looking, and this is why I think that they could be the same building. One bit of evidence that makes me think the building next to the church is not a school and possibly another church is all of the historic schools I have visited in Western Washington have a row of windows along only one of the long walls, as the chalkboard is placed on the other long wall opposite the windows. If this was a church, how come there is no cross on top of the belfry? I have more questions than answers.
What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Well, that was our video. It's too bad we didn't find the logging camp, but we found something contemporary to the logging camp, and that's the old town of Porter.
I like Porter. There's just enough here left of the historic town so that you get an idea of what it looked like. There's people who live here whose families have lived here for a long time, so if you get a chance to talk to them, they can tell you a lot about it.
Yeah, apparently it's a tight-knit community because there's a lot of questions on what we were doing and why are you here, but friendly people.
Yeah, don't forget to like, share, comment on this video, and please subscribe to this channel.
Thanks for watching.